All right, so welcome to the live trading breakdown today. So today I'm going to be breaking down some of my trades. I'll say majority, all my trades basically that I've taken this week. All right, so first things first, I took a trade yesterday before the CPI news event, and it was a pretty good trade. I noticed a nice liquidity sweep. I believe I had a nice 15-minute entry as well too. So I noticed a nice sweep in liquidity. So I said, okay, I'm going to get me a nice entry. I had some more confirmations, more bullish confirmations, and I literally went for a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So this trade right here was pretty decent. It ended up tapping into this order block right here, and eventually during CPI honestly did a major liquidity grab. I'm going to show you all. This was the 820, the 815 candles, the 830 candle. It did a liquidity grab. So definitely anybody that had a trade strictly off of this supply right here, definitely made some great profits, 100,000%. Because not only did this trade melt down with the first candle, but then also it did a very big meltdown. But then eventually it shot back up. And what do you call that? That's a liquidity grab. A liquidity grab is when the market decides to grab liquidity from lows or from highs. So as we see right here, the liquidity grab took out the swing low, took out liquidity from these lows, and shot all the way back up. So let's look at some of the other trades I had as well too. And if y'all don't know, I trade with smart money concepts. So it's pretty good. Honestly, I personally like it. And then here's another trade. So one thing I noticed that market was doing was it was trending downwards. And of course, at all the time, right? The market is always going to reverse because at the end of the day, the lower time frames always make the higher time frames. So a lot of times when we see a move like this, or we think, oh, the market is going to be super bullish. No, sometimes the market is literally making that type of move just to grab some liquidity, just to go back down again in a higher time frame. So let's take a look. As we see right here, I noticed a nice sweep of liquidity. These lows have been taken out as well. And I noticed some right here. What do we see? We see a nice bullish candle. I noticed this candle right here. I said, yes, it's go time, 100,000%. I got in the trade and I closed it about right here. So that's about 3.4 R right there. So that was pretty decent. Pretty great trade right there. Let's look at the other trades I taken. Okay, so I had this one right here, and then this one right here. I'm gonna show you all. So this right here was another sweep that I noticed. I said, okay, another sweep. Plus, it gave me my bearish confirmation. I went for a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio on this trade. And then right after that, it formed a demand zone. And once I noticed price forming a demand zone, I also knew it was go time again. I'm not gonna lie. And once I taken this trade, I went for a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. 1-to-1, 1-to-1. So let me show you odd USD. I believe I had a trade with odd USD too as well. This is the man right here that I reacted off of earlier. I didn't take this one. Now let's take a look at this trade right here. So this trade right here, I sent out to my students. Actually, I didn't take this one, but this was a really good trade because it's order block trades, the supply zone. Plus, we had a break of structure. And also, when it activated, it had to grab the liquidity from here as well too. So that was the another great thing about it. And I had them close the trade about right there, like right here. So they got about 3R on that trade entirely. And then this one right here. This trade right here was actually not too bad. And honestly, when I took in the trade, I went in aggressively. It's an aggressive type of trade. And I closed right here. So this was about 3R as well. So a very, very solid demand zone with a nice break of structure, breaking past highs. And on top of that, there's another confluence as well, right? We also got another sweep going on, a strong bullish move. So once I noticed that, plus it's demand zone, I said it's go time as well again. It's time to take that trade. And Monday was also pretty good as well too. I had a nice sweep of liquidity again. Nice sweep of liquidity. Price shoots up. I get my 1R. And then I got up out of there. And then after that, what do I notice again? Another demand. Once I noticed that, I'm like, all right, it's really go time right now. It's really go time. So since I noticed something like this, it's definitely a great trade that is about to be accomplished. And we did. We hit TP on that one. Now let me show you all some other trades as well that I sent to my students and my traders and shared some trading ideas as well. This one right here was Euro USD. And with Euro USD, it's pretty solid demand. And once I noticed this solid demand right here, I went in for the candle break entry. I just went for a one. Like I just told him to go for 1-to-1 on this one. Price got hit. It was good to go. And also, I had him take this trade right here. I'm gonna show you all. This is also another liquidity sweep right here. Bearish confirmations that I received. The market gave me, then 1R. Another liquidity sweep, 1R. So pretty much it was just like ping pong. Then he had a demand zone set up right here. And it was just textbook. It was just 1, 2, 3. Like it was just textbook. Textbook plays in the market. I can't even complain. All right, so let's take a look at gold. I literally paper traded this one right here. I did not take the setup, but it definitely did something. I didn't even take that one. CPI. CPI literally went crazy. Like I'm not gonna lie to you all. CPI really went crazy. I can't even fight the force. CPI really did something. All right, so take a look at this trade right here. I taken this one, and it was a nice sweep of the liquidity right here. Nice sweep. I noticed that bullish confirmations, 1R again, and I'm good for the day. This is a trade that I sent. I noticed on the demand zone here, and then price tapped into demand, hit TP, went back down, retest the zone, and went right back up again. So, and of course, we love more liquidity sweeps, don't we? A nice sweep of this swing high, and once I seen that, I said, "Oh yeah, TP got to get smacked on that one," and which it did. So a nice 1R on that one too. Take a look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ 100. Don't we love this pair? I had such a love-hate relationship with Nas, especially from when I first started trading. Oh my goodness, it did some things to me. Blew some accounts when I first started trading. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what I was doing, but now I know what I'm doing. And that's why I caught this nice liquidity sweep right here. Bearish confirmations, 1R. Then on top of that, I noticed the demand right here. I noticed some demand. Price tapped in, another 1R again. And of course, you have the good old liquidity sweeps, another 1R. Now, this one I didn't take. I just sent over to my traders and everything, but this was definitely a great setup. And pretty much got this one right here that I taken. This trade right here was just textbook. I can't even lie. Price literally tapped into the demand. Got a candle break entry, easy 1R, done for the day. Literally that simple. Trading is very simple. It's not easy. It's extremely hard, but it's very simple. As long as you understand the principles. That's all you must understand when you're trading is the principles of what, just everything that's going on and what the market's giving you. You don't want to fight the force. I promise you. That's something you never want to do is fight the force with the market. I promise you. So let me show you all one last thing. We're good to go. CPI. All right, so I caught the liquidity grab. I ain't gonna lie, I caught the trade. I caught the CPI. I caught it. Very, very crazy setup. Very, very crazy setup. I always scalp CPI. I always scalp it. I don't recommend doing this if you're like a beginner trader. Please don't. I don't. Because you don't want to get messed up in the markets. You don't want to do that to yourself. But it was pretty obvious where it was going. Price did sweep these highs, swept everything, and then next price did make a nice sell. So I noticed that. I sold. And then, of course, I closed the trade because I noticed, okay, price is literally going for a liquidity grab. Like I said, the lower time frames make the higher time frames. So I noticed these little things. The market likes to play ping pong a lot of times, right? Take a look. It took the liquidity out from here, here, here. It went all the way down to like literally right here, tapping into, I guess, a higher time frame demand, possibly from right over here. So I hope you all enjoyed my live trading breakdown and everything, but definitely like, comment, subscribe, share, and definitely stay tuned to next week for the next breakdown.